Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? It's great to see you. So nice. Wow. Wow. I see the smiles there. It's make me strong. And you encouraging me. You gave me lots of power. And I see Andrea smiling. Wow. It's all of you, all of you. I love you, all of you. And really, we need these smiles every day and every time, every moment, because we need to empower ourselves. Before we'll begin, I would like to say that Rumi, 13th century, we need that people to help us today. I think they are with us. Sometimes I see some shade, lightning shade, or I see some whispering, or I hear some whispering from everywhere. Talking, I say, they are here. They came to help and to pray with us. He say, don't lose hope, my heart, ever, because the miracles living in the secrets or in the mysterious, in the high places. It's so great to hear that. But in other place, he said, I entered to my heart to see what is going there. And I saw all of the people crying. But I can add, and in the other side, I saw all of the people smiling and full of hope, full of love, full of connection. This is our meeting. I want to say something that we hear about lots of craziness, lots of fear, lots of attacks, lots of clash. But I'm looking beyond all of these things. I try to be over to see the smiles of the future, to see these children and these people in a different place of peace and connection, knowing and creating more and more love. They are the factors of love. The human is the factor of love. And this is what we need. Okay, many things we need to say one to another, but we can connect and we can taste and feel one another what we need to say or what we need to learn from one another. Before that, I would like to ask Shahabuddin Davidless to say something to us to open the session. Shahabuddin, please.
Thank you, Sheikh Ghassan. You know, when you do a prayer like this every day, after a while, there's a tendency to wonder, is this really effective? Is this really helpful? Are we really doing anything? Maybe tomorrow I should go to the movies instead of coming to the vigil, or I should do something else. But in times of difficulty like this, a voice from the heart becomes 100 voices or 1,000 voices. And every day that we show up, there are so many from the world we can't see who show up with us. And when we don't show up, there is disappointment. They look to connect with us. They look to be part of this vigil. And what Sheikh Ghassan said about not losing hope, what Mevlana said, hope is a constantly changing perfume. It's not the same perfume every day. And every day I need to adjust my smell so I can really feel the perfume of the day. Sometimes the perfume is very sad. It's real. There's a certain note that's sad. Sometimes it's very joyous, but the perfume is always there. And our work is to show up and attune, connect with this unusual aroma that is created by all of us coming together. All of us we see, and all of us we don't see. So my prayer for today is not that we just don't lose hope. I don't think any of us will lose hope. But I think my prayer is that we use the energy of our depth, of our heart, of our soul to really envision peace. It doesn't have to be peace where you say, oh, I know the solution. It just has to be peace that is pure and real. And it has an intelligence of its own, and it will find a way to make itself present. We cannot lose faith. We cannot lose hope. The work we're doing is incredibly important. Really, really important. So thank you all for being here, and thank you all for hoping and praying together.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shahabuddin. Yes, we will. We'll do that. We will not hope. We will not lose the hope or any great values in our life. We will be so complete. We'll do that. Once, many people try to say the moon is shined by itself and the sun shining by herself. But why we ask these questions, this shine alone, and if they will not shine together, they will not bring a new burn to us, a new light every day. All of us, we are waiting for the light of the moon sometimes to say something, because that light will take all of your inner side and take it ahead, elevate that to divine. And sometimes when the sun rising, she bring back the divine to you, to us all. This is what we need. We need to pray, and to pray more and more to settle the situation in the Holy Land and all over the world, to bring a new vibration to all of us. From here, I would like to invite one of the great people in the Holy Land. He is really a peacemaker, and he suffered a lot from the radicals. The problem is the radicals of his community. He is a great peacemaker and a great leader in Abrahamic reunion. Khalil Albaz, Imam Khalil Albaz, he faced a very dangerous time that he was stabbed 7 times, but God saved him to us. He was the previous chairman of Israeli Abrahamic reunion. Khalil, أنت الآن معنا لتعطي صلاتك 5 دقائق. طبعا أنا سأترجمك، فليكن كلامك يعني قصير مشان أقدر أترجم. تفضل يا خليل.
We don't hear you, Khalil.
خليل لا نسمعك.
تسمعوني الحين؟
أي نعم، تفضل يا خليل.
السلام عليكم أينما كنتم. شالوم عليكم إيش شاتين.
Peace upon you in anywhere you will be.
للأسف الشديد يعني أنا في ديليما. لأول مرة بشعر إني أسان جدا.
Unfortunately, this first time I feel that I'm pessimistic.
يعني قاعد واحد بيأذن بدالي في المسجد بسمع الأذان.
Someone other is calling for the adhan, for the praying.
ولأول مرة بشعر إني خايف، ولأول مرة بشعر إن فيش مستقبل لهاي البلاد كلها، يعني سواء إسرائيل أو فلسطين.
This is first time I'm very I'm enraged. I'm very afraid, in a big fear, and I feel there's no future to this land. This is first time I feel that to Israel or to Palestine. There's no future.
شعبي بقاتل دولتي ودولتي بتقاتل شعبي، يعني شعبي الفلسطيني بقاتل دولتي ودولتي إسرائيل بتقاتل شعبي الفلسطيني.
My nation, the Palestinian nation, is fighting my country, Israel. And my country is fighting my people, my nation.
والوضع اللي وصلنا يعني انقتل من الإسرائيلية 1400 بني آدم.
1,400 killed by the Israelis, the Jews.
ومن القطاع لحد اليوم انقتل فوق 4000 بني آدم.
And in Gaza, more than 4,000 people killed.
الكيبوتسات حوالي 21 كيبوتس في غلاف ما يسمى غلاف غزة هجروا.
All of the settlements all around Gaza, they evacuated, they immigrated.
وشمال غزة ونص مليون بني آدم هجروا للمرة الثانية أو الثالثة. 48 هجروا، في 67 هجروا، وفي 2023 هجروا.
He said that 500,000 people immigrated from Gaza, 500,000 for a third time, in 48 first time, 67 second time, and 23 the third time.
السياسة شيء دبار راع زي ما بيقولوا بالعبراني، السياسة دبار راع مئود.
The politics is a bad thing, as in Hebrew say.
وللأسف الشديد من يدفع الثمن دائما المواطنين العزل من الطرفين.
Who's paying? The simple people, the simple citizens.
يعني امبارح بيحكي معي أصدقاء من الخليل.
Yesterday I had a friend from Hebron. We called one another.
بيقولوا لي يعني شباب، واحد اسمه عطا، واحد اسمه أكرم، واحد اسمه برعوم، بيقولوا لي يا عم طب احنا ليش عايشين؟ احنا نتعلم ليش؟
And they asked the question, why are we leaving? We going to study for what?
55 سنة إسرائيل محتلانا.
55 years we under occupation.
أبو جدي محتل ومات، وجدي احتل ومات، واليوم أبوي موجود وأنا موجود، مكملين في نفس الطريق.
My grandpa, he was occupied and he passed away. My grandpa he was occupied and passed away. My father, he is occupied under occupation, and until when we will be like
واللي
this.
شايفه فيش امل اني اكمل اعيش. ليش اصلا عايش انا؟ ليش اذا ما عندي طموح عمل اتعلم واتخرج دكتور واشتغل واتجوز بس فيش امل. الوضع زي ما كان قبل 55 سنه، اليوم ساء حتى اكثر.
Why to leave? There's no hope for leaving. I cannot find all of the facilities of the life in this time.
والله لكن في نفس اللحظة بقول أنت تريد وأنا أريد والله يفعل ما يريد.
And he say, but in the end, I'll go to the saying of the Islam, you need, I need, but in the end, God will do what he need.
رب العزة بيقول يا أيها الناس.
God say, all people.
خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى.
We created you from male and female.
وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا.
And we have made you nations and tribes, clans, to know one another.
إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم.
The most important person, he is fearing God.
يعني ربنا بيقول أنا خلقتكم كلكم ومشان تتعارفوا مش بس تتعارفوا إن اسمك محمد واسمك خليل، إنك تتعارفوا بالصداقة، تتعارفوا بالحب، تتعارفوا بالعلاقات الإنسانية والدولية، تتعارفوا على كل شيء.
He say, I created you for to know one another, not as David and the Khalil, or no, to know through love, through knowledge, through connection, through understanding.
أنا بعمل الخير وأنتوا يا خلقي اللي خلقتكم بإيدي تعملوا الشر.
I doing for a good and you doing for a bad thing, for evil.
وأنهي بالقول اللهم أنت السلام.
I will finish with, oh God, you are peace.
ومنك السلام.
And from you will come the peace.
وإليك السلام.
To you will go back the peace.
يا رب أنت باركت في هذه المنطقة يعني منطقة فلسطين إسرائيل الشرق الأوسط أن باركت المسجد الأقصى وما حوله.
God, you blessed in this country, in the Holy Land, Jerusalem and all around.
ففي هذه اللحظات الحاسمة كن معنا ولا تكن علينا.
In these very critical time, be with us. Don't be against us.
ارحمنا ولا تؤاخذنا بما عمل السفهاء منا.
Bless us and don't punish us about what the bad people doing for us.
وارحم الأطفال والعجز والنساء والرجال من كلا طرفين.
Bless and protect the children and the eldest and the women and everyone on this earth.
إنك أنت السميع العليم.
You are the most hearing, the most knowing in this world. Amen.
Amen.
There's no words more. Thank you, Khalil. Thank you so much for this great and deep and great information. We appreciate what you say, and I think you touched our heart. شكرا يا خليل على هذا الكلام.
أنا فكر بحكي معاك والطيارات فوق رؤوسنا. تسمع طيارات فوق رؤوسنا بيروحوا يضربوا قبل شوي وقبل شوي وقبل شوي كل وقت عندنا صفارات الإنذار وحياتنا هيك الأسبوعين هيك يعني للأسف الشديد وآخر 5 سنين هيك يعني كل سنة مفتاح كل سنة حملة نعمل نشوف حالنا في أيام ثانية إن شاء الله.
He say I'm speaking and the attack airplanes upper me because Khalil is sitting now on the border with Gaza. And last night a bomb fell in his village and killed one.
وأول 5 مواطنين قتلوا يوم 7 أكتوبر الساعة 6:29 5 مواطنين بدو اللي ما عندهم مش يعني ميغونيوت ولا حاجة أول ما قتلهم الصاروخ هم.
طيب he say the first 5 killed people from the Israeli side. They were Bedouin from his community. They are Arab Muslims. They killed by the rockets, and he say last 5 years we are the same with this.
ومعلومة أخيرة 20 بدوي قتلوا و20 بدوي مخطوفين في قطاع غزة.
He say last thing I want to say 20 Bedouin people killed and another 20 Bedouin they are kidnapping. We don't know where they are. شكرا يا خليل الله يبارك فيك ويرضى عنك. خليل أريج معنا؟
لا والظاهر عنده ما تخبره معنا ما بعرفش الصراحة.
اوكي شكرا جزيلا يا خليل بارك الله فيك ورضي الله عنك وارضاك على هذه الكلمات العميقة جدا جدا والحقيقة والصادقة. شكرا وصلت الخير. شكرا. Thank you Khalil. Thank you so much. And from here I would like to go to Cohen family, Carolyn and Scott. And it's my pleasure to invite them. I remember from the first time that I came to USA, they told us you need to be with as a Muslim, you need to be in a Jewish family, and as a Christian, you need to be with a Muslim family, and as a Christian Muslim, you need to be here, and Jew, you need to be with this, and to stay weekend with different families. They thought that I don't know the Jews or the Christians. I was in Nazareth and I used to live with all of these people, but I say yes, I went and I discovered a very great, very, very holy house, very holy people.
Ghassan,
yes,
we are so happy to see you. We are so impressed by what is going on in Israel and Gaza, and we really appreciate the effort and the love you are putting into this prayer group.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carolyn, would you
Yeah.
like to make prayer?
Yeah, it's very hard to look ahead for peace right now. We ourselves have our own family and friends who are in danger, who've been murdered and who've been kidnapped. So I think I'm just struggling to not give up hope for the future. And I just pray that all of us can maintain some hope for down the road.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dear great Cohen family. And really, I want to tell the people, since the first meeting with you, I count you as part of my family. And I'm part of your family because you are a very clear and very clean people. And we will pray for everyone from each side to be safe and to be protected and to come back to that regular life, to be in peace, because this is my family from both sides, you know, every side, they are my family, and I need to protect all of them. All of them. And it's not easy, but I want to say, to be peacemaker, as we said, it's not only in a great time. In this time, we need to be peacemakers. In this time, we need to encourage our responsibility as a human being, knowing one another. And as we say before, you are me, I'm you. In lots of difference, but we are the same in our essences. Then we need to keep that and to protect one another and to pray for one another. We will not leave one another. We need to be together. Look, we have here together from all around the world, from Europe, from USA, from the Middle East, from everywhere. Even, you know, Khalil with us in the border. I met him and I went to visit him in Tel Sheva. And he took me in the car, show me the people in Gaza, and we say hello. And I don't know if you remember our Abrahamic reunion when we went there, 2 buses or 3 buses, you remember, Khalil, and on the border, and we spoke with the Gazan people in the mics.
Yeah.
And all of the media, they were there, if you remember, and they invited me to say something in the name of Abrahamic reunion, the meaning of all of these people, and we were there. It wasn't so easy. The Israelis came and the people of Gaza came and they spoke together as a human being, and they sent love one to another. The person of Hebron, she couldn't be with us today. She wants to be and to pray for all of the people. She's great. Arish Bakri, she is a great peacemaker and great person. And I want to say, we'll be together. But before that, Shahabuddin, please, I'm tired a little bit.
I want to remind us again of something that Imam Khalil said that's so important. There is a surah in the Quran. It said, I have made you different so that you can know one another. And, you know, there's more people on the planet now than there were 1,500 years ago, 1,600 years ago. There's a lot of people now, but still the need more than ever is to know one another. And to know one another, it doesn't happen by listening to the news. It doesn't happen by, in a sense, watching media. It doesn't happen by imagination. It only happens when somehow, through prayer, through depth, through pain sometimes, we touch our own heart. And when we touch our own heart, we touch the heart of all who are suffering, and we help those who are suffering, And when we touch our own heart, hope naturally arises, even though the mind might be saying, no, there's no hope. In the heart, there's always hope. So we're here to know one another. And in that way, we know God. It's like walking in nature. It's different when you walk and every tree is the same. There's a certain joy when every tree is different. Every plant is different. And we don't say, oh no, I like this tree, but get rid of all of those trees. Trees are trees. People are people. Love is love. Hope is hope. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Shahabuddin. I think you gave lots of signs in these ways we need to follow and to continue. Thank you so much. I would like to say our journey is still going, our caravan still moving, and we need to continue. I know it's not easy to be in hope, not easy to be happy, not easy to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we must open the gate of love, the gate of understanding, the gate of ourselves, the essence of the human being. Then we can relax a little bit, we can be quiet, and we can get to the goal that we need to get to it, to bring the people to be together. I want to tell you something. We are really in the situation now in this war, we are in the end of the tunnel. I know it was a little bit long tunnel, but we are in the end of the tunnel. And soon we'll get out, we will see the sun, we'll smell the fresh air, and we'll dance. We'll dance together. We will forget all of the pain. We'll build ourselves so strong, so peacefully, so soft. And see you tomorrow morning. Love you so much. And thanks for Khalil, Albaz, great leader from the Holy Land, from Israel. Thank you for Carolyn and Scott, Cohen, my family. Thank you so much. And they are so holy people. And also thank you, Shahabuddin. Thank you, Chris Miller, Akbar. And thank all of you. Love you. See you tomorrow, inshallah.